This is our upstairs tank, and today I'm gonna give you all of the secrets that took it from looking like this to like this, what you see behind me, and how you can do the same thing. It's so easy. It's actually a lot less work to have it this way, and here's how. So for starters, we got this tank from Warner's grandfather for Christmas this year. It was super cute. Warner, you're not gonna believe what's up here for you.
A fish tank.
You know whose fish tank it is?
No.
Ready.
Thank you.
Wow. It's a 29-gallon top fin starter kit. It came with the hang-on back filter, the heater, the tank, lid, light, everything you need to get started, and it was a super good deal. So from the beginning, we knew we wanted a normal, natural setup, no blue gravel or SpongeBob SquarePants, anything like that. So we found this beautiful piece of Mopani wood at the pet store. We got that. We got some of this bamboo from Amazon that actually looks really realistic, and some natural gravel. I cycled the tank for 2 or 3 weeks, tested it every day, and finally, when I knew it was cycled, it was time to get some fish. So we started out small. We started with 2 pearl danios, Danio albolineatus. They are really pretty and one of my favorites, actually, a little bit bigger than the other nano fish we have in here. And these 2 cute little red cherry barbs. These are the long fin males. A couple days went by, everything was going great, and about a week in, I started noticing a lot of brown diatom algae. That's the brown fuzz that kind of covers everything. And after scrubbing it off a couple of times and wiping the inside of the glass, I started thinking to myself, this totally makes sense, right? There's a ton of nutrients in this system. There's a ton of light coming into this system, but there's nothing that's using that at the end of the day, nothing of taking those nitrates. So that's why you have to do all of those water changes all the time. And about this time, I started my downstairs planted tank, which is now my shrimp tank, and thought to myself, this thing takes care of itself. Why can't I do the same thing for the upstairs? That was my light bulb moment. Ding! The upstairs tank was getting planted. So since this tank was already cycled, I didn't want to crash that cycle. I wanted to keep some of the stuff in there that has beneficial bacteria all over it, like the wood and the gravel, things like that. So I started out by keeping those. I didn't wash them. I took the gravel out. I didn't wash it, just put it aside. I used the gravel to kind of level it up, as you can see on that side, and then covered everything with aquasoil. So this tank is super tall. It's over 1 foot tall. So I got some giant hair grass for the back because I really like how that moves with the water movement. Then I added pops of red on either end with the Rotala on the far end and Ludwigia over here. The Rotala is actually more green now that it's growing in. I filled some of the knobs in the trees with these Java ferns. And you can see they're reproducing like crazy. Java ferns have these spores that form on the underside that turn into the new rhizomes of the little plants, and then those grow leaves, and you can literally just pluck them off with your fingers and put them in a new tank. I did that actually in the tank downstairs. It's awesome. I got this really cool focal plant called a Reuben sword. It's Echinodorus over here that you see kind of growing up. It has started out as kind of a dark green, olive green color, but as it's releasing new leaves from the inside, they're this purplish red color, and it's awesome because he grows like 1 inch per day, not even kidding, and you can sit here and watch him grow. Every morning you come out and those new leaves are further and further away. I added one of my favorite plants, Juncus repens, because it's super cool in this kind of bushy mid-ground section, and it hasn't grown as high as I want it to yet, but just patience with that. And in the very foreground, I added some dwarf hairgrass because I wanted to see if I could grow it, and about 50-50. The front's doing really well, the middle is not doing so great, but you can see it's sending out all these little runners, and so I think, again, just patience in time with that. It'll grow into a beautiful carpet. We'll just keep it trimmed. They also got me at the checkout with this cool thing called spiky moss. And I'd never heard of spiky moss before, so I just picked it up and ran with it. But it's this moss that kind of grows up and out. It's super, super cool. I tied it on with some twine.
Chris, are you literally sewing that to the rock?
I'm tying it to the rock because how else are you supposed to attach moss? And it just grabs on after a while to the rock and holds itself there, or the stick or whatever you have it on. I have it on the wood here. And as it grows up, it just forms this immense bush, and it's grown so much. It's so fun to watch, and the shrimp love playing in it. The fish love swimming through it and rolling around in it. It's so cute. So while I was scaping this tank, I put my fish into a plastic bin, you know, one of those store your stuff bins. I had a filter going on it, I had a heater in it, and the fish all stayed really happy through this whole process. And when we were done, we just put them back in. After about a week of kind of letting this sit, I added a few more plants because it wasn't full enough for me yet. So I added these crypts in the foreground. This is Wenti Green and Wenti Bronze. They both are very different looking and very cool. And I added some Bucephalandrus, a couple different varieties. There's Green Godzilla is the longer leaves, and then Rainbow Frost is kind of the one on top that's still coming in. He sat around for a little too long. And I wanted a cleanup crew that didn't breed and overtake the tank, so I got some Amano shrimp. And I got some Nearite snails. These little guys are the red pumpkin Nearite snails. They're super cute. They're super small, smaller than other Nearite snails by about half. And they do a great job of keeping the tank clean. They're always kind of chugging like the little engines that could. Both of those are not gonna breed. They're not gonna overtake your tank. But one note on the Nearite snails is they do lay a bunch of these tiny little white eggs that are never gonna hatch. But if you don't like the look of that, they're not for you. Now that I'd upgraded this tank, I of course wanted to start upgrading everything else, as we do. So I upgraded the light. I just bought this Hygger light that's perfect. And I also bought a really cheap canister filter because I like the way that the lily pipes look. They don't take up a bunch of room in the back of the tank and show through like the hang-on back filter did. I got these really cool Neo lily pipes that are made of plastic so you don't break them and cut your hands when you're cleaning. The Neo pipes are really cool because they come with a surface skimmer on the outflow, meaning it pulls that surface gunk down, helps with the gas exchange in your water column. But instead of pulling it back into the filter, it pushes it just out into the aquarium. So it kind of just keeps it all moving and cycles it around. And this is good if you have like small things in your tank, like when I had the baby shrimp or little fish, nano fish, because instead of going into the filter, getting sucked in if they accidentally swim too close to that intake pipe, they just get spat back out into the aquarium. It hasn't happened yet, but I actually think it's really nice because it's easier to clean. Like I know there's not a lot of junk getting sucked up into the filter and I don't have to open it and check all the time. You know, we are running CO2 in this tank, so I have a little nano CO2 injector, and with being an open top tank now, I like that the gas exchange from that. I like watching the floating plants. This is a little bit of frogbit, Amazon frogbit in here. We have an emergent plant in the corner. I had a spare clipping of some Monstera, and so I just put it in there and the roots are going crazy. The thing loves it. It's putting out new leaves all the time, so why not, right? Less need to do water changes. As far as maintenance goes on this tank, really the only thing I do is scrape the glass, and sometimes there just happens to be a little bit of that mulm buildup, a detritus just on the top of the soil. So I do a little bit of vacuuming every once in a while. I've maybe done it twice in 4 months, and then just replace that water. But there's really no need for water changes since it's so heavily planted. In the nitrogen cycle, the fish poop, the plants die, that makes ammonia, the bacteria turn it into nitrite, more bacteria turn that into nitrate, and then if you don't have a planted tank, you do a water change to remove that nitrate. If you have a planted tank, your plants just use that to grow. After having the tank for a little while, we kind of filled out our herd. We got some more Danios. I think we have one zebra, one leopard. We got some more cherry barbs, males and females. And we got some of these really cool diamond head neon tetras that are the coolest thing ever. They school, they're super bright. It almost looks like they have a little light bulb on their forehead and they swim around. And they're super cute. Everybody loves those ones. Yeah, this tank is super low maintenance. I love having it around. I can leave it. I left it for a week on vacation, had somebody come by and feed it twice. Everybody was thriving. So I guess that speaks for itself. Let me know what questions you have in the comments about this tank and I'll answer them all. Happy to be an open book. I would love to see all your tanks that are like this. And me and Warner had a ton of fun putting this together. We got more on the way. We actually just set up what is going to be our dwarf pufferfish tank downstairs. I'm gonna be coming out with a video on that soon. And I've also got a video coming up on our shrimp tank, first planted tank, that's really simple, really small, something you can have in your office, and that truly requires no maintenance because the shrimp don't need to be fed. So you can just leave it, set it on a timer and go away and come back every couple months and make sure they haven't bred too much to overtake civilization. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, just enjoy some Zen footage of the upstairs tank.